Hello and welcome back to one of the longest game I've ever seen. Happy New Year, first game in 2019 for me to cast, and it's a long one. Feel free to skip part of these videos. I am planning to cast fast here. I've seen parts of this game, I haven't seen all of it, and it took so damn long. And in the end there had to be a winner. You don't want to lose this, but yeah, what can you do? Spanish against Britons, and we have Conquerors, JonSlow playing as the Spanish against Dench. And Britons here in red. Should be an interesting matchup actually. Two pretty strong civilizations on the arena, in my opinion at least. Maybe not the strongest ever, but top tier, second to top, I don't know. We have the main gold forward for Dench. Second gold safe in the back. We have the main stone safe in the back. We have the extra stone here, I remember that. Third gold outside, second gold inside. Wait, no, second gold in the back here, main gold forward. That's it. Main stone forward, so we've seen everything. Extra gold on the side here. Relics, rather fair, I think. We have Dench with one outside boar, but I guess he lured it in either with the scout, blocking, keeping the gate open, or maybe just using a villager, I don't know. Don't see the deer for now, I guess he had inside deer. Terror had deer outside, has deer outside, is keeping the gate open to get the deer in. Barracks coming up from Dench, and both players going on exactly the same time, 26 population. Going to see Market Blacksmith here from Terror, who's got the second gold and an extra gold in the back here. Main gold on the side, third gold on the right hand side outside, one relic close here. We have the main stone and the second stone safe in the back, which is nice for the Spanish here if you want to go Conquistadors. And both players are going for the standard fast cast age. I'm going to cast as fast as possible without missing too much. We have archer range and blacksmith up, that means archer production starting, and Terror is not going for a castle, is not going for stables or anything. Instead, I guess we're going to see a monastery and then one or two extra TCs immediately, one on the main gold and another TC maybe on some wood line. Not yet, I guess. Let's check. Terror, not enough wood at this point. Second TC up and running, monk on the way out. We have Dench with a few archers still inside the archery range. TC on the main gold and a TC on that main stone close to the little wood line, which is nice. Now there is a monk from Dench going down, and now Terror has to run away with the scout because of course that scout took some damage, but Terror has 3 monks, Sanctity on the way. Randy's gonna try and convert or at least grab the relics, and I think now he should be able to win this. Very smart plan. I guess Dench did not look at the scout's HP anymore, and Dench 3 TCs, the archers are moving out and crossbowman upgrade is coming in. Those archers can do quite some damage as soon as they are getting dropped in by a siege tower. We might see that very soon. And a monk from Terror, the relic actually going down, same happening on the other side. Terror now has 3 TCs up and running, he's on stone, and Dench is starting to get the relics. Terror has 2, Dench is trying to get that one in, he should be able to do so, that's the second for him, and only relic number 5 is still open, and as I'm saying that, Dench is actually getting that relic home. I think he should be able to get it home without any major problems here. 5+1 range against Mangonel 7, so the siege workshop won't go up, but the crossbowmen still need to be careful. Boat can arrow on the way, and fletching done. Now that Mangonel should go down pretty fast here actually. Dench should be able to dodge the shot and take down the siege units as well as the monk. Imperial Age coming up from Terror, and Dench has a lot of resources in the bank, enough for a castle, another siege workshop coming up. Terror is going to do what? Imperial Age coming in, a castle in front of the main gold, double, triple siege workshop, ramps. So we are going to see siege ramps from Terror here, and nice shot of the Mangonel, but after that one shot it should go down. 2 HP left, pretty lucky by Terror. The 2 ramps are actually attacking the wall now and getting attacked by the Mangonels, of course, counterattacked. Terror quickly walling behind, trying to keep his economy safe here. We have Onager coming in actually, not capture him immediately, but Bracer Arbalest skills conscription. Actually Dench is preparing for a long game already, which is interesting. Maybe he... Ooh, beautiful shot, look at this, 9 did Arbalest at least. Onager was probably a good idea here. Arbalest won't be the best unit to counter the Onagers, and we're going to see siege rams as well, so Terror is preparing. Leather Archer Armor Chemistry, no Onager upgrade for Dench yet, he's missing a little bit of food, but the walls are open now and there is long movement on the field, 5+5 range. We're going to see a little long movement probably. We are going to see maybe Onagers even from Dench. Arbalest still around, and Terror is now getting siege Onagers and siege rams here. Also Cavalier and Bloodlines on the way, another castle on the right hand side, but no Conquistadors. I guess Conquistadors doesn't really make sense. Dench is getting full map control, is starting to take Terra's gold on the right hand side, getting a siege workshop on the left, taking his own forward gold, even got a forward university, so map control pretty nice for him. And he is on a lot of military units now, but he's not daring to go in against the Onagers here. And Terra is able to defend at this point. Onager moving forward. Nice shot again on those longbowmen. Look at this, that was beautiful. Man, Dench might have been caught off guard here if he hadn't so many military units, and he's got more than double Halberdier now on the field. Paladin coming up from Terra, that's interesting to see, because while Terra has 2 relics and only 2 and has 1 extra gold, Paladin is not the best choice in most situations, at least, and it's not a surprise for Dench. He's got Halberdier prepared because he saw the Cavalier. So Paladin is something I don't really agree with too much. I guess you could have invested into more siege, actually, your own Halberdiers, maybe even going for champions plus furnace coming in from JonSlow to get these Paladins fully upgraded. And we have 79 against 35 military units, so Dench is still in the driver's seat. We have a few Paladin keeping that extra gold covered, and Dench is still taking the 3rd gold from Terra, but now a castle coming up there to take this gold away, to make sure that you can actually go for your own gold. Mangonels moving forward, blast furnace on the way from Dench as well. Elite longbowmen fully upgraded except for the last defense upgrade, which should come in anytime soon. And those single elite skirmishers are starting to attack the Halberdiers, but Terra needs something else other than skirms, I guess, at least. Siege ram skirmishers might be working, I think hussars later on to fight these elite longbowmen might be necessary. Fortified wall coming in from Dench just in case. And we do see the wood lines overchopping here, but Dench is actually walled here. On the other side, he might overchop soon, and now Terra is moving in with the siege rams. 45 minutes in, we're going to see the first push against those 2 castles that Dench put up in the middle of the map. But the siege rams are not able to approach really. There's too many Halberdiers around. Elite skirmishers are not doing enough damage to take down these Halberdiers fast enough. And the Paladin's now finally moving in, but it's not a lot of Paladins here. It's a few singles, not even double digits. That's not going to be enough against those elite longbowmen. Then again, Terra is able to take a few of these down now with the elite skirmishers, and the first castle should be falling. There is 4 or 5 siege rams. Yes, castle number 1 down. More siege workshops coming from Terra. Hussar on the way, but Dench also going for light cav scale Barney armor coming up. So it's going for those cav units, and they're going to be good against elite skirmishers. Terra might need Halberdiers soon, and I think Hussars, elite skirmishers, Halberdiers from Terra should be decent against the British trash, because Spanish has full trash, all upgrades. So Terra should have a good time, and he's taking on more castles. Fortified wall, probably not a bad idea. Now Terra is gaining map control a little bit. Left hand side still a siege workshop. Terra is also taking the extra gold on the right hand side of the map, so he's got 2 extra gold for himself and taking his 3rd gold. On the left, the next castle is soon going to fall, and Dench is left with 0 castles, so he cannot produce any more elite longbowmen without getting up a new castle, which is happening immediately. Look at this, he's getting the castle up, and he's got enough stone for yet another one. He's got that extra stone in the back, so he should be able to get 2, 3 new castles up and go for more elite longbowmen. In the meantime, Terra is in the middle, doing fortified wall actually, and is starting to hit that fortified gate here. Should be able to go in now. He's got more military units, 15 more, plus 15 compared to Dench here. And on the left hand side, the siege rams are doing quite some damage. Dench is a good amount of gold and actually a good amount of resources, 185 population. JonSlow, let's see. Yeah, also pretty decent resources. Not too many Halberdiers on the field, but I guess siege rams should be better here than helps. And I would love to see some Onagers in the mix and some Halberdiers actually to protect those Onagers or protect the elite skirmishers, because you can see the light cav not taking so much damage from those skirms. I think that's 1 damage per arrow only, and it even takes some time to take down British light cav here, which are not the strongest in the game, granted. They're missing bloodlines as far as I remember, but still, they're doing the damage they need to do. Warwolf coming in, just in case, I guess. Ooh, Dench losing control over the relics, but I think he should be able to get a monastery up in the back, which happened already, and he should be able to save those relics for later on. And as you can see in the title, I said it before, this game is gonna take quite some time. 100 speed might be too fast, but I guess 99 should be good. Yeah, that's alright, I guess. The Paladins are actually moving into those elite longbowmen, elite skirmishers approaching, but it's not a lot of them. Dench with 2 castles now. Where's the other castle? I don't see it. It's in the back, actually. And Dench walled here, just in case, also doing fortified wall. I would have loved to see a tree hop on that wall, on the tree in the wall, but I think it's not happening all game long. Maybe Terra didn't spot it, maybe didn't have the occasion. And now there's a lot of light cav on the field to even battle the Paladins. And Terra, as far as I can see, doesn't have barracks, doesn't have pikeman or halberdier upgrade. And that's a mistake in my opinion. He can see the light cav, he should counter them immediately. Very strong, very top ranked player. The top experts are often surprising as you as spectators, whatever, by going for the counter unit before really knowing that you need them. They are anticipating what's happening. Elite Skirmisher also coming from Dench now, and Terror is actually fighting where the walls from Dench were before, moving in with more siege rams. He's got a decent amount of gold left. Not sure what Conquistadors are doing on the field now. Conquistadors are not really what you want to have here. They're too expensive, and I hope Terror is not preparing to go Elite Conks. That would be a waste of resources. I would prefer to see the Halberdiers now and more Hussars, to be honest. I think Terror has done the Hussar upgrade, is that correct? I'm not sure about it. Conquistador production though going, and I really don't understand that decision. Go for a siege, don't go for those Conquistadors. They are dying to Elite Longbowmen, and they are also dying to Halberdiers and Elite Skirmishers, so why would you do that? I'm not sure about it. But Terror is trying to go for the big push now. And then Conquistadors can do a lot of damage, so they might be the right unit choice here. I don't want to judge. But it feels like if Dench was going for Cavalier now, that would be a waste as well. Would be decent against those Elite Skirmishers, but are they really worth their gold? I'm not convinced. Siege Rams moving forward, but not attacking the castle yet. They're blocked by the Skirmishers as well as Dench's units. And there is still 4k plus HP on that castle, 7k plus max. And we have JonSlow pop capped, or was popped at 185 now. Dench, pretty similar population. I think also similar resources for both players. Nobody has any more stone left. On the left hand side, a lot of stables coming up, siege workshops, and actually looks like Terra finished that gold, but needs to go to that gold again. On the right hand side, the extra gold looks like Dench was actually raiding that, and there's 10 more light cav moving forward to take down more villages. Nice catch here. In the meantime, in the middle, we have a fight going on. A lot of Elite Skirmishers and Halberdiers now fully upgraded, and that big group of Elite Longbowmen behind to do it, or to try and do a lot of damage. I've casted the game Melkor against Winchester, where Melkor's Genoese crossbowmen did so much damage over the game, and I think those Elite Longbowmen have the potential to do the same thing for the Conquistadors. It's not really true. Where are they actually? Did they die? Did I miss something here? Maybe there was a big fight with the Conks, I'm not sure about it, but that's where your gold units died to trash units, and those Elite Longbowmen are still alive and are doing so much damage in the battlefield. 12 range away, of course, pikemen finally coming in from Terror, and now we're going to see a pretty long trash game, so the video quality might decrease a little bit by going for 100 speed, but the main thing will happen in the middle, and feel free to skip now, because yeah, what can I tell you? I can tell you that the Longbowmen are doing a lot of damage to all the units in the field. Maybe siege rams not really included, but still, the castle should fall by the one trebuchet. The siege ram is not able to approach here. And Terra doesn't have enough Halberdiers, doesn't have Hussars, which is really a pity, because those Hussars could do so much damage. They are able to take down the Longbowmen. Hussars are a good unit. That was a misclick. Cav Archer is definitely not what Terra has in mind. And those Hussars, 95 HP for the Spanish, 2+4 pierce armor, so against 11 of the 11 attack. They still take like 20 arrows, so they can one-shot Hussars, obviously, but once they approach, they can do quite some damage. Only 40 HP on those Elite Longbowmen. And now there's only Elite Skirmishers in the middle. And I think at this point Dench needs to add in light cav, which he's doing. And Dench has decent trash resources, 250 gold in the bank. Terra is lower at this point. 2 men are only now coming in, very late upgrades. Not sure if that was the game where Boso was also coming in really late for him. Maybe you spotted that. I didn't see it, but I guess it might have been this game where he did it like after Imp Privilege at least, or while going to Imp. Halberdier finally, and chainmail armor, but that costs gold at this point. That's gold you rather want to spend on siege rams. Onagers now going into that siege workshop, but Dench can see, oh yeah, Onagers potentially, so let's go open formation, and that's what's happened to Onagers when they're not guarded, when there's not units around. They are going to die. The trebuchet now are hitting military buildings, and Dench is getting more and more map control. Those 2 siege workshops forward, hoardings on the way now for JonSlow, still has 3 castles, but of course cannot produce any conquistadors, they cost too much gold, and of course look at those beautiful woodlines and the beautiful farmland. The thing is, overchop is possible here for Terra, and then Dench might try to go in, and at the same time 100 military units for Dench is a lot, and Terra only quote on 75 now, or between 70 and 80. Those elite longbowmen are doing all the damage in the world. Look at this, it's just beautiful. They are far behind the battlefield, but they're still doing so much. And Terra now finally going with a few more Hussars. I guess he should have more farmers here. Let me check quickly. Farmers, 59. Actually, it's a decent number here. But still, he's not going for more Hussars. Maybe he needed a few more. Even 113 villagers might not be enough here. I think 120, 125 might be ideal. It's not easy to really balance that. But there's a lot of elite skirmishers and halberdiers on the field. And look at the KD. That's mainly the elite longbowmen. I wish we had a KD counter on those elite longbowmen. I guess they are going to like kill 20 units before dying in statistics here. Siege rams again moving forward, but only hitting that archer range. And the castle is still up, so Dench is actually still able to produce elite longbowmen if he needs to. Dench is going pretty much without siege, except for now capped rams actually on the right hand side attacking that castle. There's halberdiers around from Terra, and Terra should be able to keep that castle up. He should also wall here, but he doesn't have stone left, and that's a big problem. You would love to have stone walls, and you want to repair your holes if they're ever happening. Like these are weak points already. Not really, but a little bit at least. And we have more fights in the middle. You can see that they are both trying to get an advantage here. And KD is going up really fast. So many units dying in that battle. And we are only 1 hour 40 minutes in. And we are going to see more and more units die here. It's going to take a while, as I said before. So I'm just going to enjoy this. Enjoy to see a few single like arrows or spears, whatever those skirmishes are actually holding in hands. I guess it's spears against those elite longbowmen. A little bit of ceasefire, but Dench is moving forward and he's got a big group of light cav here. 110 military units. JonSlow doing architecture, but that's one army count you don't happen to see very often on 1v1 games on Arena. And Dench still has good resources, so he had that eco advantage. Only 90 villagers, 4 idols even, but it looks like he is able to get the money worth here. The resources that he's spending are going to be transitioned into the better KD, so he is up in the score by right now 3k, 4k points, 4k, but this number doesn't really say a lot at this point in the game. The KD says a lot more in my opinion, and it's gonna be difficult for JonSlow to catch up in military and also in economy. He's got more villages working, so this actually should equalize over time, but it's not easy to take down those elite longbowmen. And for those post-Imperial Age fights, we've seen it in Master Arena 3, Viper against MBL with the Kels. Those elite longbowmen did so much damage on siege archers, on, not sure if there was halberdiers on the field, on Vold Raiders, on everything, even Cavalier possibly, and they are doing the damage here. 2k against 1k5 says everything. Terra will have a hard time to get rid of those elite longbowmen. In the middle, they are still fighting. There is a cap ram now trying to hit the siege workshops, but halberdiers around, hussars around, elite skirmishers trying to move back now. On the sides, pretty much nothing happening. This villager might overchop later on, but there is the overchop on the other side as well. Mistake in my opinion. But it's a mistake you need to calculate in long games. 1 hour 56 minutes in, there is 3 siege rams, they can do damage, but also the longbowmen are getting microed all the time. No archers around to be able to hit, and if so, Dench would see them and try to get rid of them as fast as possible. You can retreat easily with those elite longbowmen on arena games, of course. That's one part that makes Brit a good civilization, I guess. Economy bonus, of course, with the sheep and the cheap TCs, so boom as well. And Britons don't have the perfect trash, but they have decent trash, and it's decent enough with a 5+4 range on those elite skirmishers to actually be able to fight. And the skirmishers are more or less a meat shield in front of the elite longbowmen. Hussars again moving in. Oh, sorry, it's light cav only to take down siege rams here. And JonSlow now good resources and population blocked, but Dench pretty much the same. He has got a little bit more gold. Maybe he's selling more resources, not sure about it. That castle is actually producing elite longbowmen, and the other one too. So Dench has enough gold to actually be able to not go for so much siege, but for more elite longbows. It makes a lot of sense. Terror is now moving in, but is losing most of his army, and suddenly we have double military for Dench, so he should be able to claim the middle back again and go forward Terror is sending in siege trams, which is good for him. He needs the siege trams, in my opinion. He's doing halberdiers. He needs more hussars. I would like to see a group of like 25 hussars move in and try to take down those elite longbowmen. That would be awesome. But Terror's not able to get those. He needs the elite skirmishers to defend, I guess, and his numbers in hussars are not that high. Not enough, in my opinion, at least. So now elite skirmishers trying to move into these elite longbowmen, but they're getting blocked. The elite longbowmen moving back immediately, and that's the smart thing to do here. Just micro them, just make sure you're not getting into the 8 range of Spanish elite skirmishers against 12. Siege trams moving forward, but that's pretty much a block between those buildings, so you can't really go to that castle. And even then, it's not the biggest loss ever to lose that castle, I guess. Terror should maybe try and raid a little bit, because Dench is open, and Terror could go in here. But the question is it effective? With 95 villages, it might be actually. Hussars now moving from left hand side. That's a decent attack, and if there was double the amount of Hussars, we might see a very good fight here. Like this, Terror is losing again more and more units. The KD now 800 kills ahead for Dench. And we are going to see 200 swordsmen and maybe even champion here. That's amazing. Dench someone got the gold to get 200 swordsmen, and those can do a lot of damage to the elite skirmishers and the halberdiers, and the elite longbowmen behind can do the rest. Of course, siege trams will be rendered ineffective against standard infantry as well. So at 2 hours 15 minutes, Dench is switching unit composition, which is interesting to see. Let's see if Terror is doing the same. I guess not. I think he shouldn't. I think he should try and stick to what he has. The trash and siege units, siege trams of course. And we are going to see the fight move a bit to the right hand side apparently. We are going to see a lot of wood being chopped here. Look at this. They are approaching each other on these top right side of the map, and I would love to see the wood choppers closing in here. It's not gonna happen, I guess. That's not how long the game is, and I'm thankful for that. But it's long enough. Elite skirmishers again battling, and elite longbowmen behind that. A few halberdiers and hussars, light cav moving in. It gets boring over time, somehow at least. But that's why we have 100 speed. I want to go to the end as fast as possible, and we're not all that close. Now Captrams moving forward again. There is still 200 swordsmen. They took some damage, but they are still dealing more damage than they take, I guess. Elite skirmishers against 200 swordsmen. 1+4 pierce armor against 3+4 attacks. So it takes a while. Not enough gold for champions for Dench, and I don't think he's saving up for a champion upgrade. No, he's saying let's go with rams. They're doing more damage. They can take down buildings faster, and the light cav are actually doing a lot of damage to those elite skirmishers. Terror needs to run all the way back to the castle. Now Dench is starting to claim the middle, and Terror needs to be careful, because once he's getting the possibility to raid, I think Dench will be able to get an advantage here. He's starting to break the walls. There's houses behind, but houses can be broken really fast as well. Now Terror is fighting back, 66, but still against 100 military units, and that's so many. It's amazing. Light cav, a nice army. That's the Hussar army I would like to see from Terror, but it's light cav from Dench. Dench still on decent trash resources and getting golden from 3 relics, of course. Terror with 2 relics. How's the resources looking? Not so many trash units compared to Dench, but pretty much the same gold. And a lot of elite skirmishers dealing damage again. 1k difference in the kills and death. This is amazing from Dench. Look at the score difference. That's 12k score over 1k more kills. Makes a lot of sense here. Elite skirmishers getting attacked a little bit at least, but Dench is moving them back immediately, and they are dealing so much damage to everything. First raid, I didn't see where they get in, the light cav, I guess here where the houses get broken, and there is halberdiers around, but Terror might lose a few villagers, and those light cav are fast, so those farmers are not really secure. A few of those farmers will die. Terror is going to lose a few villagers. 112 is okay-ish. Drop below 100 as the Spanish here, and I think you're in trouble, because the longbowmen are too strong then, and you don't get enough resources in. JonSlow 2k for food in the bank. Go for 30 hussars please, but I don't even think he's got the amount of stables. They're in the back of his base, and that's really not ideal. And he can't really afford to go for too many more stables in the front here. In the front there's only barracks and archery ranges, and a lot of elite skirmishers and halberdiers are getting produced, of course. 2 hours and 37 minutes in, we are seeing Terror fighting back, and he's actually able to keep Dench to that middle line here, to, the center of the map. It's pretty much the center, I guess. The elite longbowmen hardly ever getting attacked, sometimes taking a few of those spears from the elite skirmishers, but not too many, and Dench should be able to replace the fallen ones. We have, what's that, 30 longbowmen? 25? No, 35 actually, roughly 35, not 40, but almost 40. A few of them are dying in that battle now, but I think Dench is also sending in more. Yeah, there's a few in the back here. Siege Rams again moving in. Terra is fighting back, and his military numbers are climbing. It's looking good for him. These Siege Rams are taking away a lot of those damage from the longbowmen, but the light cav are doing much damage on those unprotected elite skirmishers, and suddenly Dench is able to go over the center and towards JonSlow's side of the base. Terra is even building barracks and siege and archery ranges, even siege workshops close to the walls from Dench. And you can see they are getting closer here, the wood choppers. But Dench is concentrating on the left hand side. That's the weak side for Terra. And there is more light cav moving in now to start and go for the raidings. Terra is on 107 villagers. Light cav are getting split, and Dench knows there is farms around, unprotected farms. So let's try and go there. Left hand side, yeah, a few lumberjacks, a few idle halberdiers. That can cost you a lot actually. Having idle military units is pretty bad here. 114 villagers still for JonSlow, no problem. And Dench is not getting raided, I think. 93, looking good for him. The elite longbowmen now moving pretty far forward. A big group of light cav following, and elite skirmisher battle again. We have a 4k2 against 2k1 KD difference here, which is amazing for Dench to have 15 minutes in. It looks like Dench worked for his advantage here. Actually, halberdiers decimating those light cav. There is more on the way. I guess Dench got a lot of those light cav, as well as other units queued up, and there is forward siege workshops coming up now. Cap drums moving in. The elite longbowmen, not too many of them now, but they're still doing the damage, and Terra is losing more and more ground, and this is looking dangerous. The castle might fall, the siege workshop, stables going down, so Terra is losing production buildings that he might need. On the right hand side, the lumberjacks are still safe for now. I guess Dench didn't spot them. He should have maybe sent a light cav, but it's so easy to say here. And 255 minutes in, we have Dench taking control over the center of the map, and that is so important here. You can see he did not overchop here. Beautiful. I guess there was a pause in the game, but they're continuing. Look at this, 20 hours and 56 minutes in. Siege Rams now moving forward. Terra is again investing into siege. It's a good idea, but you need army to back the siege units up, and Terra is still like 30 military units, 40 military units short, and that means Dench will have an easier time to kill enemy armies. Now, there is no more raiding at this point, and Dench got a trebuchet up, he's got his longbowman numbers up again, and it looks like Terra is trying to go for that center now, but there's cap drums moving forward to the right now, and if these archer ranges are going down, Terra might be in trouble. The light cav are actually trying to take down as many skirmishes as possible. Look at the beautiful lumber line here for Terra, and now there's the light cav approaching. 120 villagers for Terra now, but that number is going to fall. You can see it here in the statistics. In the meantime, Terra is trying to attack the middle, but there's enough light cav and not so many halberdiers to fight those, and the halberdiers are falling so fast. Ooh, nice approach. Can he get a few of those elite longbowmen? Yes, Dench walked to the wrong direction. He's losing a few of them. There is only like 10, maybe a dozen left. That's not so many, and the lumberjacks are almost touching. Look at this. But light cav going for the raid again. We are on 104 villagers for Terra, and numbers are dropping. He is using the villagers with supremacy, very important to fight. So raiding is not easy. 80 HP on those villagers, 3+6 attack, that is so important. Otherwise Terra would be on, I guess, 75 villagers now, not 95. But the numbers are still dropping, and now Terra has the opportunity to go for a lot of army, try to fight back here, and it looks like Dench was pushed away from the middle a little bit, but they're just happily raiding here, because Terra's right hand side is so open. He chopped up all that wood, and look at this, we might see the touch very soon. 3 hours 8 minutes in the elite longbowmen moving to that corner, getting chased by those elite skirmishers, but they are dying too fast, and now elite longbowmen starting to go for those villagers. That's a very beautiful raid. This might be game deciding. Villager numbers going down, 95, 90. JonSlow has to give up this lumber line. Look at this, so many lumber camps. He needs to move to the other side, I guess, and he doesn't have so many lumberjacks left. That's a problem, because farms are running out, and you need all the resources you can get. Terra on 200 gold, but pretty much nothing else, and Dench, how's the resources looking? Yeah, pretty decent at this point. Enough to get more trash units out. And Trebuchet, where the lumber lines were before, to hit that castle now. It's going down. There is elite skirmishers and halberdiers around. But the elite lumbermen are moving in, getting microed by Dench. And is he going to lose them? I think he should be able to defend from the few skirmishers. The light cav are coming to help. On the left hand side, raiding with the elite skirmishers. In the middle, Terra could go for the center now. It's not that important any longer because Terra doesn't have a safe wood line. 3 hours and 60 minutes in. There's a few lumberjacks here, but Terra, 104 villagers, they're working again, but it's not looking too good for him. And he's got more military units now, but look at the score, look at the KD, it's just amazing. And Terra's base, if you can call it like that, is so open. He's finally calling the GG. Dench winning this game after 3 hours and 18 minutes. What an amazing game, what a long, terribly long game. In the end, one has to lose. Dench played really well in my opinion, did the right decisions, and in the end, the raiding with 3 long more men did not change the game, but put the nail on the coffin, if you can say it like that. Hope you enjoyed this one. See ya in the next game. GG.